Good day guys, welcome back to the channel. We are now 2 days out from the NFL Super Bowl, Super Bowl number 58 from Las Vegas. I just want to say it's been fantastic doing these tipping videos every week, speaking about predictions with other creators and creating NFL content for you guys during the NRL off season. And it will absolutely be back next season. And hopefully I can get to a game. I am planning a little bit of a trip to America. I'd love to go to an NFL game live. In this video, we're going to be previewing the Super Bowl, speaking all about the matchups, things like that. And then we're going to get into my tip. And then we're going to get into some silly prop bets that are available here in Australia. There are some crazy ones in America that I might speak about as well. But this is my Super Bowl 58 preview and tip.
Subscribe to Entertain House.
So it will be the San Francisco 49ers representing the NFC and the Kansas City Chiefs once again representing AFC, looking to go back-to-back titles as underdogs. Now, the 49ers have been favourites for every game this season, which is absolutely crazy. Obviously, they've only had a handful of losses. Some of them we saw that like shaky in the middle. You know, I tipped the Ravens against the Niners in that game, but a lot of people went the 49ers there. And here they are. They have made the Super Bowl. They are your NFC champions. Now, you've got great matchups. You know, you've got Nick Bosa and Chris Jones defense, and then you've got Christian McCaffrey and Isaiah Pacheco. You've got Travis Kelce and George Kittle, and then obviously Brock Purdy and Patrick Mahomes, Mr. Irrelevant, versus a man who's looking for his third ring in just 5 years. Now, you know, as much as there's great matchups against the park, these teams met just a few years in the Super Bowl. Very similar teams, but a lot of changes. Obviously, you know, Tyreek Hill as well for the Chiefs here. So, you know, they've still got a lot of speed about them, but, you know, the passing game is going to be less prevalent than I think in the last Super Bowl. You know, it was a great comeback by the Chiefs back then, but this 49ers team, they're going to be very hard to contain, especially with Christian McCaffrey's form. And, you know, Brock Purdy's form, you know, he's been okay in these playoffs, but I still think he's in for a really big game being in this Super Bowl. So it's in Las Vegas. It's Monday. Everyone's looking forward to it. There's matches across the park. Both of these teams deserve to be here. They've had a great season. I'll tell you what, I am a Swiftie, and I hope that they don't show too much of Taylor on the screen. I do have a little bit of, you know, prop bets to speak about later. It's great for Travis, but you got to let Travis play. You got to show Travis on the screen a lot more. I think Patrick Mahomes is looking forward to this. He probably doesn't feel like an underdog, even though the Chiefs are underdogs. The coaching of Andy Reid's been absolutely brilliant. Kyle Shanahan has been a great coach for the 49ers this year as well. Been a good coach for the last couple of years, but this is his moment to go one step further. And, you know, they're favourites for a reason. They've been a dominant team this year. They're healthy and they're ready to play in the Super Bowl that they have been waiting for all year. And, you know, it was a comeback win for the Chiefs last time they met in the Super Bowl. I think that if the 49ers get off to a 10-point lead, I think it's going to be very hard for the Chiefs to come back from that based on what I've seen from the Chiefs offense that has been better. Now, Marcus Vanter-Scolding deserves a bit of a shout out because he's had a weird season. He's had a rough season. Hasn't made a lot of catches throughout the season. However, he had a great game in the AFC Championship, and he had a pretty good game against the Baltimore Ravens as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing more of Marcus Vanter-Scolding to get an opportunity in this Super Bowl. And I think Sky Moore's back as well, so I'm really looking forward to seeing Sky Moore as well. I think this game will be high scoring. What I've currently seen, there is an over of 43 points. And both of these teams have really good defenses, especially the Chiefs' defense is so impressive right now. I do have this at 57 points. So I actually think the over is the way to go here. Over that 43 points is my bet in regards to the total point. As for winner, obviously last year I did tip the Chiefs against the Eagles when they were underdogs. I've been saying that the 49ers are going to win the Super Bowl all season. I've had preseason bets. I've had mid-season bets. Obviously did put a little bit on the Chiefs, but more so laying there on the 49ers. I'm a massive Chiefs fan, and I am very, you know, hopeful that the Chiefs can get the job done. Now, I tipped the Chiefs last year. I think it was by 3. I think it was 27-24, something like that. As for this year, your Super Bowl 58 champions will be the Kansas City Chiefs. I honestly think that the Chiefs are going to win this game. Now, I love what the 49ers have done this season, but they have shown weakness. And in these playoffs, as good as they've been to come back against the Packers and the Lions, I think the Chiefs can beat them. I think their defense is a lot better than the 49ers defense. And I think that the Chiefs offense has been building a lot lately. And I think players like Pacheco and Kelsey are playing really, really well. And that's why I think that Mahomes, once again in the postseason, is going to find himself with a ring. I do think this will be a close game. This isn't like a Chiefs, 10-point win, something like that. The most I could see the Chiefs winning by is maybe 7, maybe by a touchdown. But, Super Bowls are always close. And that's why I think this will be a close game, because these teams are fairly even. I think that the 49ers probably deserve the favoritism, especially that they've been favorites all year. But I think the Chiefs are going to win 30-27. What I think is going to happen is that both of these teams are going to have 3 touchdowns each. I think that the Chiefs are going to kick 2 field goals, and I think that the Chiefs are going to kick 3 field goals. And I think that the 49ers are going to kick 2 field goals. So I do have this at 21-21, and then the field goals start coming in from there. Bit of a shootout, but I think the Chiefs are going to get the win. As for the first touchdown scorer, it's the jersey I'm wearing right now. It's Travis Kelsey. His form has been insane. Massive game against the Baltimore Ravens. He's just been so insanely good in this postseason. He's had a quieter season, but this postseason, man, he's really picked up his game. And Travis Kelsey, I'll be wearing his jersey. I've worn Mahomes the last couple of years, so something different on Super Bowl day. Travis Kelsey is my pick for the first touchdown scorer at $9 for this one. As for the Super Bowl MVP, now I just want to say that I think there's big value in Christian McCaffrey at $5. If you think the 49ers are going to win this game, I feel like it is, it seems to be a quarterback's award, just like the MVP. But we saw Cooper Kupp get it a couple years ago, and, Travis Kelsey could get it for the Chiefs. But I think that Brock Purdy may not get it if the Niners win. I think Christian McCaffrey at $5 is such a great price for the player that he's been this year. But my pick is Patrick Mahomes. It's only $2.40. I know it's low odds, but I think that Patrick Mahomes, the season that he's had, has still been phenomenal. He had a couple of losses, a couple of angry moments there, and he's responded to those, silenced the haters, and gotten to another Super Bowl. And if he wins his 3rd ring, he's cementing himself as the next and tying with Tom Brady eventually in the future. I don't think he'll have 6 rings or 7 rings, but I think he could definitely have that 4 or 5. So, yeah, my pick is Patrick Mahomes to win the Super Bowl MVP. Now, before I get into the prop bets, I'm going to speak a little bit about the Gatorade color. We always love to find out what color Gatorade gets poured on the coach. Now, I believe I'm 2 from 3. 2 from 3, and normally, see, this is hard because I normally pick one, and I have picked one, but I have got a bit of a backup just because there's value there, and from what I've seen, this color pops up a lot. So my pick for the Gatorade color in 2024, drum roll, is yellow. I'm going to go yellow here. I don't know why, but I think the Gatorade is going to be yellow. I think it's the 3rd pick, most popular pick as well. $4 for yellow. I reckon the Gatorade, if it's green, you get paid out because it's yellow. I'm going to go with yellow as the color of the Gatorade that will be poured on Andy Reid, or at least the winning coach of the Super Bowl. My second pick, which is paying $6, is blue. Now, blue has been very prominent in Super Bowl over the last couple of years. To be paying $6 is a massive price, but I can understand it because of how common it's been. Second pick, blue at $6, but my pick is yellow for the Gatorade, with the Chiefs winning by 3, Patrick Mahomes to the MVP, Travis Kelsey to score the first touchdown. Let's get into some silly prop bets. All right, so one of the most bet on things in the Super Bowl over there, especially in America, I don't know about here in Australia, guys, but in America, it's massive. It is the length of the national anthem. Now, the total is set this year at 89.5 seconds, and there's these guys that are literally camping out with a tent near the singer. It's just crazy. I think it's Reba McEntire doing it this year. Now, I've had a hard think about this one, and I think the way she sings, I think it was going under. But I've thought more about it, and I think she's going to stretch this out for this special event and shock everyone with her voice. I'm going to go the national anthem to go over 89.5 seconds. I reckon it will go for about 91, 92 seconds. I think it'll be very, very close. And I think the bookies know that it'll be close. But I'm going the over for the national anthem. Now, there is a new market this year, which is a crazy one. But as I mentioned earlier, guys, I'm a massive Swiftie. And I think there are some song titles that can be used by the commentators. Over here in Australia, you can bet on the words from a song to be used by the commentators. Now, at $2.25, you need to calm down. Now, the way I imagine this is there's a player under pressure, not doing their best, and you've got, the commentator saying something like, when you find yourself in that situation, you just need to run the ball, or you need to get ready to pass it, but you need to calm down. Something like that. Something subtle, but I really can see this coming in. And at $2.25, I think it's some great value for the commentators to use these words. The other one, which is insane value, the bookies have got this wrong, and you're going to hear this, at $6. It is the last great American dynasty. Now, if the Chiefs are up by a decent margin, or if they're down by a couple of points, but they seem to be getting into the game, they're going to be talking about the Chiefs, and they're going to say something like, the last great American dynasty we saw was the Patriots. Now it's the Chiefs. The Chiefs are, it's their third Super Bowl in 5 years. And they're really building towards this dynasty that I think is to be mentioned at $6. It's massive value. Away from a prop bet here, this one's more of a prediction. I'm going to say that Usher's halftime show, which I'm going to say that the last song that he is going to sing at $3 is DJ Got Us Fallen in Love. I don't know what he's going to open with. It's going to be crazy to see what he opens with. But I reckon DJ Got Us Fallen in Love at $3 to finish us off is going to happen. But I reckon, and this is not a betting thing because there's no value at all here, but 3 performers are going to perform with Usher on stage. One of these is going to shock the world. Now, one is Lil Jon. I reckon there's going to be a reunion there. Ludacris is going to be there too, I think. Ludacris and Lil Jon. The third one, he recently performed at the NHL. It's been a long time since a live show. He's had a lot of drama, health issues in recent years. Justin Bieber is going to come on stage with Usher. We saw in the early 2010s how close they were. They were a dynamic duo, making music together, helping him produce. And Justin Bieber to come out and reunite with Usher. I can see it happening. Justin Bieber is going to be there at the Super Bowl halftime show and sing and perform with Usher. It's going to be fantastic. I have been a bit skeptical coming into this Super Bowl halftime show. I like Usher. It's great music. But I think he needs people around him to just boost it up a little bit. And what better way than Justin Bieber, who we saw put in a performance at the NHL. And I think he's going to make one at Las Vegas at the Super Bowl. There you go, guys. Once again, I am picking the Kansas City Chiefs to win by 3 to be the Super Bowl champions. Travis Kelce to score the first touchdown. Patrick Mahomes to win the MVP. And the Gatorade color to be yellow, with the over a total score of 30 to 27. Guys, if you're new around here, make sure you do subscribe to the channel. Let me know your tips for the Super Bowl. Let me know where you'll be watching. I'll be having chicken wings. I'll be having potato skins. I'll be having Budweiser. It's one of my favorite days of the year. I look forward to it. But guys, it's been so fun making NFL content. I hope the Chiefs can be champions and I can make a little video on how I feel. But if they're not, obviously that might be it for the year. Thank you for watching this video. Drop your predictions below. Have a great Super Bowl Monday or Sunday for you guys, and I'll see you guys later.